Okay, test 1 2 3. All right, here it is. All right, this is not final. I'm still iterating and improving on it, but this is the Blackwing deck. Now, sadly, it's kind of a stretch to call it a Blackwing deck because Blackwings just don't have enough good boss monsters to compete in the current meta. The current meta is really filled with a lot of, I would say, like a lot of negating effects. They have these things called omni negates, which means, you know, monsters or cards that can just kind of negate anything. And so there's a lot of back and forth negating going on throughout the duel. And Blackwings, while they have great offensive abilities like destroy a bunch of cards or something like that, they're pretty much rendered useless with a lot of cards in the current meta. So I had to do what you would probably see a lot of other people do with Blackwings, and I combined them with another archetype that has good synergy from the anime, in the Ixie anime, where they introduced Ixie summoning. They're called Raidraptors. And these guys have a lot better boss monsters, more modern, because it came from the Ixie era. So a lot of what their boss monsters do and stuff is a lot more up to date with the meta. Now, I will say Blackwing, I would say this is probably the best monster they have. The reason for this is because it's unaffected by other card effects, right? So like, there's only a handful of ways you can kind of defeat this. They have cards right now where you can like tribute your opponent's monster as a cost to activate effects, and that would work against him. But for the most part, a lot of other cards just won't work on him because he's unaffected by other cards' effects. And then he can put wedge counters on people, and then he can either destroy people with wedge counters, or you can take control of a opponent's monster that has a wedge counter. So if there's a troublesome monster, you can kind of yoink it, and he's definitely someone I try to summon as often as I can. The second boss monster is this guy, Raidraptor, Ultimate Falcon. He, like the Blackwing guy, is unaffected by other cards' effects, which is really powerful. And then he has this effect where if he has, as an Ixie material, he has a Raidraptor monster, you can at the end phase of the turn, you can make all the monsters your opponent have lose 1,000 attack, and if they don't have any face-up monsters, they would just lose 1,000 damage. And then if you detach one material from him, for the rest of the turn after that, your opponent can't activate any effects. So like if you're going for like a final kill, a kill blow, and you don't want your opponent to be able to respond or do anything, you would use this effect. And it's a super powerful effect because, you know, opponents typically have a lot of traps and stuff like that, or hand traps, and they would want to stop you from trying to kill them. But this guy will literally render the opponent useless, and he can't do anything while you attack or anything. So that's like the super powerful effect. Another boss monster would be this guy. He's even though it looks like he's like not like a winged beast or part of the archetype, he's actually like, this dragon is composed of the Raidraptor's like mechanical parts in the lore. So he's kind of part of the Raidraptor archetype, which is why I chose to use him. And basically, if you summon him, he can be like an OTK machine, like a one-turn kill, and you can just get all the attack of all the monsters on the field, and then negate all the effects of all the monsters on the field, and then just boom, hit them with like 16, he'll get up to like 16, 17,000 attack, and you can just hit with that. So it's really good. Those are the three main boss monsters, I say. There's a couple cards in here that I'm trying to work in. This is another Blackwing boss monster. He's really hard to summon, and he only has a good effect. Like his second effect is good, but you have to synchro summon him using 2 synchro monsters. One of the synchro monsters had to be a tuner, so it's kind of hard to get him out in the field, and he's really not that great compared to full armor master. But I'm testing him, and I think so far it hasn't been going well, but I like the way he looks, I like his art, so I have him in here because I think it's fun to pull him out. Basically, he can't be destroyed by card effects, which is different than the other guys, because you can just do things like return him to the hand, you can equip him to your monster, all these different non-targeting like kind of effects that can destroy him. or get rid of him would work on him. And then he could target a monster in the graveyard Blackwing and change his level, because he's also, comes from the archetype called Assault Blackwing. Assault Blackwings, the whole point of them is that when you synchro summon them, they're also tuners themselves. So you can use them to further synchro summon. Unlike original Blackwings, like this guy, he's not a tuner. So yeah, but I do try to summon him, but it's not really working out that great. And then these two monsters right here are the ones I would use to summon him. Level 5 and level 7 makes level 12. They have okay effects, like if I have a lot of Blackwings, I can destroy cards. I can special summon from the hand with this guy. But that's pretty much it. The main drivers of my combos are these guys, these 3 Ixie monsters right here, and these 2 Link monsters. They're Raidraptor monsters. When I summon him, he lets me get a card from my deck to my hand, like a monster. And if I summon him, he lets me get a monster from my deck to my field. All right, so that speeds things up. And this guy I use a lot because pretty much all the monsters in here, I tried to make it so that they could be special summoned in some way. There's a couple guys that can only be normal summoned, but I think probably 80% of the monsters in here can just like get dropped right on the field. Then this guy right here, he's like an intermediate monster I use to get this big guy. Then I have this guy, which is Phantom Knights. In the anime, the guy who runs Phantom Knights is friends with the guy who runs Raidraptors. So in the actual cards themselves, they decided to make the Raidraptors have synergy with the Phantom Knights. And so you'll get see like cards like this, Raider's Wing. This card is always treated as a Phantom Knight and a Raidraptor. So it's like these cards are like kind of like dual archetype, meaning they can work in Phantom Knight builds or they can work in Raidraptor builds. So this card, I pretty much use him. So the primary way we summon this guy is we use these spells right here. They're called like rank up spells. Basically, you take a current Ixie monster on the field, and then you do whatever the spell says, and you rank it up to the next Ixie monster. In the anime, it usually goes like level 4 goes to level 5, but there's certain spell cards that you can, maybe if you banish like a certain amount of cards or something, you can skip ranks. So usually what I'll do is I'll take this guy, level 4, I'll transform him into the guy that's level 7, and then I'll use this guy's effect, where if I summon an Ixie monster, I can destroy a card in the field. Usually I destroy him. I actually destroy this card that I summoned, because when you destroy him, he gets, you can special summon another Raidraptor Ixie monster from the deck, which is this guy that I usually go for. So these magic cards here, I can search them using this guy's effect. You can see rank up, set 1 rank up magic spell directly from your deck, or I search them using this guy and this Phantom Knight right here. When he's in my grave, I can kind of search those cards. So basically, the boss monsters, the boss Ixie monster, usually the way I get them is through these cards, these 2 rank up cards, these quick play spells. Then I will say, I guess that's pretty much it for like the boss monsters. I'm trying to experiment with these 2 over here, because they're also like, I I didn't have a full extra deck, and I figured let me get one. So I'm trying out other winged beasts, just because I wanted to keep the theme of like using wings and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out how to get these guys involved, because they're really powerful and they're very modern in terms of like a lot of the meta decks use them and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out, how to use these other 2 birds, but I'm still experimenting with that. I got 3 Allure of Darkness to just keep drawing cards. Black Whirlwind, you know how that one works. Normal summon a Blackwing and you can get one to your hand. These cards are all like meta staples. So like in the old day, you might have meta staples like Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial, Mirror Force. There's just like a new set of staple cards. Maxi, Ash Blossom are also staple cards. And then this trap is like a Phantom Knight trap, which has synergy with the because he's a rank 4. I can basically summon him from my traps to my field and use them to make Ixie monsters. So that's really good too. Onto the Blackwings. So we got a lot of Blackwings. Level 1 tuner. He could be special summoned if you control another Blackwing monster, a level 2 guy. He can be special summoned if you control another Blackwing. And when you summon him, you can target a monster in the field and then increase his level by that monster's level. So usually what I'll do is I'll put a level 4 monster, this one right here, and then this one, and then I'll increase his level to 6, and then 6 plus 4 equals 10, and I synchro summon the Blackwing Armor Master. Gale the Whirlwind, famous Blackwing, he could be special summoned. And one of the cool things about him and Bora the Spear is there's no limit to the amount of times they could be special summoned. So some of these other ones you can only do once per turn, like this one. You can only special summon him for this card. You can only special summon Blackwing Chris the Crack of Dawn once per turn this way. But Bora and Gale can, and this one and this one, all these ones up here can all be like special summoned multiple times. However, Bora is the most important because he's level 4. And 4 is how we get, level 4 is how we get our combo started with this guy. So I reuse Bora a lot, and that's why he's at 3. Same thing with this guy, he's level 4 and can be special summoned, he's at 3. And then I have this guy, when he's in the graveyard, put a card back to my hand, he can be special summoned, so another level 4. And then this is like a level 4 tuner. When I summon him, he can get Blackwings back from the grave. And then I move on to the Raidraptor cards, pretty much from there. These 4 right here are Raidraptor cards, as well as I have these 2 right here are Raidraptors. So only like 6 Raidraptor cards in the main monsters. But the reason I chose them is because I strictly looked for level 4s that can be special summoned in some way. And all 3 of these guys can be special summoned. This level 6 Simone is really good. He helps me get Black Whirlwind on the field, but he's pretty much an opener, and if you get him later in the duel, it kind of sucks. But if you open with him, it's really, really good news. So that's why we have him at 3. You're trying to increase the chances of opening with him. Well, that's pretty much it. I'll hop into a solo duel and show you some of the combos that I have. So hopefully we don't brick. I would say probably like a good deck will brick maybe 10-20% of the time. I would say that that's about what I brick right now, is about only like about 10-20% of the time. Most of the time I get a good hand, and this is a good one. So pretty much we got, this one can be special summoned if I control a XC monster, which I don't yet, so I'm not gonna normal summon him or do anything with him. I would normal summon, when you normal summon him, he gets a banished guy, so we'll probably save him for later. We have these 2 Blackwings right here. Normally they could be special summoned if there's a Blackwing on the field, but since there's not one, we just special summon one. I mean, normal summon one, special summon the other. Now that opens up our combo to get this guy, Raidraptor, 4 Strix. So what he does is I detach a monster or material, and then I can get a monster to my hand. A level 4 dark winged monster. So I'll throw Bora the Spear into the grave, and let's see what we can get to our hand. So usually what I do at this point, right, I have to decide, do I want to go the Blackwing line or the Raidraptor line? So the only way that the Blackwing line I would go is if I had enough Blackwings in my starting hand to, after special summoning him, there was still a Blackwing kind of sitting here, because all the Blackwings, they can be special summoned if there's one on the field, right? So I already used my normal summon. So since I've already used my normal summon, I won't be able to normal summon another Blackwing to special summon other Blackwings. So because that's the case, for now, we have to go with the Raidraptor line, which doesn't have that caveat. I can just kind of special summon them in different ways. So we'll pick up Raider's Wing, get into my hand. And then this one, if you control a face-up Ixie, you can special summon him. So that's what we'll do. Special summon him. Boom. And then we got Raider's Wing here as well. And this one, you can special summon him by removing one material from an Ixie monster you control. And so this one still has one material left. You special summon him. And we remove this Blackwing, and now we can special summon him. Now we got 3 more monsters on the field. He has no more materials, so he's kind of useless. So I'm gonna just do a link summon now. And I need 2 dark, the summoning conditions are 2 dark wing monsters. So that's 1, 2. And then when you summon him, you special summon 1 level 4 Darkwing monster from your deck to your field in defense. And so usually what I do is I get this Blackwing right here, because when he's in the graveyard, I can return a face-up card in the field back to my hand, and then he will go from the grave back to the field. So that's really good for combo starting. So now we got this. Now the reason I run this Ixie card here at 3 is because I use him a lot. So a lot of decks don't do that. They use 1 or 2 maybe. I'm trying to really get things into my hand and move this deck quickly, but it kind of burns through cards, a lot of resources. So we have 2 level 4s, so I'm gonna Ixie summon again. Into Raidraptor 4 Strix, detach a material from him again. This isn't a once per turn effect, so if I keep summoning him over and over, I can, I can use it. It's once per turn for, like, I had one on the field earlier, but I got rid of him and made a new one, and now I can use his effect again, basically. I'm gonna put the Blackwing into the grave because he has a graveyard effect. Now I can get another card to my field, so to my hand, and again we don't want to grab any Blackwings right now because there's no Blackwings on the field, which means I can't special summon Blackwings. Only when they're on the field do I want to start getting these guys in my hand. So we're going to keep going the Raidraptor line. I'm going to grab this guy, who I haven't special summoned yet, and put him in my hand. When I use an Ixie Monster's effect, this one lets me get a rank up magic card from my deck and set it on the field and use it this turn. Now, I'm going to special summon this guy, and you can do that if there's a dark monster on the field. So now he's special summoned, and you can only do it once per turn, so I'm not going to use this guy's effect yet, because if I put this card back to my hand, I can't re-special summon him, so I might just save him for like a later time. So now I'm going to special summon, and I'm going to special summon this guy. His name's the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardiche. Summoning condition is 2 plus dark monsters, and we'll see what he does. I'll show you. You can use this Raidraptor as 2 materials instead of 1. So I'm gonna link summon link 3. Now I'm going to activate his effect. He lets me put a Phantom Knight card from my deck to my grave. That's good. I never want to get that guy in my hand. I want him in the grave, because when I use this effect, I'll get a Phantom Knight magic card. Boom. Then I can ditch him while he's in the grave and get another Phantom Knight magic card. So then that gives me quick access to all my Phantom Knight magic cards in the deck. So that is all the people I can special summon this turn. And sadly, I can't really do anything more. I can go into my Raidraptor boss monster right now, but if I had another Blackwing on the field, like if I would have had one more Blackwing in my hand or something, I could have done more. But this right here is the main combo. What will happen is I'm going to activate this rank up magic card. You choose how many cards you want to banish, and that's how many times you'll rank up this Ixie monster. So I want to go from 4, and I want to special summon my level 7 Raidraptor, and you'll see why. So I want to summon the level 7 guy, so I ditched 3 cards, and I'm going to get rid of this one. I guess it doesn't really matter too much which ones. I like to make sure there's like a good variety of levels and monsters in here. So put this one in there, put this one in here, and they're all level 4, so it doesn't matter at this point. So we'll throw in this guy. So now we have Raidraptor Arsenal Falcon. Now this, when you summon an Ixie monster that this card points to, his effect gets triggered, which allows you to destroy a card on the field. We want to actually use this effect even though there's no cards the opponent controls, because we want to destroy this card, because he is an effect when he's sent to the graveyard. So we destroy it. Now we activate his graveyard effect, which lets me summon any Raidraptor Ixie from my extra deck, and we're going to go with our boss monster, Raidraptor Ultimate Falcon. He can be quite a tricky card to deal with, so while he has a Raidraptor monster as his material, which he has one thanks to the effect of this card, every time during the end phase, if the opponent has no monsters, he loses 1,000 life points, and if he has monsters, I can cut their attack by 1,000. So I'll just throw this one down for some safety in case they get rid of my monsters somehow. Go end phase. We're gonna activate his effect. He has no monsters, so loses 1,000 life points. Now it's his turn. He can do whatever he wants. It's just AI, so. This is like the very standard combo line for this. I pretty much will do this with this guy and this guy every duel at some point. The ability to summon Blackwing Armor Master depends on if I have the level 2 Blackwing available to me. And it's kind of hard to get him. But I do run him at 3. So I'm going to activate his effect again at this guy's end phase. Since he has no face-up monsters, he's going to lose another 1,000 life points. So it pressures the opponent to kind of start doing something. Otherwise, you know, if you wait too long, it's going to burn you out. Okay. So, let's see. What do we have in here? We have level 4s. So, I usually use him to summon a level 2 monster to get Blackwing Armor Master, but I have that level 2 is somewhere hidden in my deck, and I have no way of really searching him unless I had Black Whirlwind, which I don't, sadly. So, what we can do to just kind of kickstart some more combos. This guy can be special summoned as a Blackwing on the field. This guy is a mandatory normal summon, so I usually save my normal summon for him, use his effect, and then I can take a banished Blackwing and special summon it. And then now I can just do some more searching, all right, all over again now. So I want to keep a Blackwing on the field this time. So what I can do is I can use this trap to create level. So this Ixie, I want to make him again one more time. You need 2 level 4s. So I would special summon him, but he's a level 1. This guy's level 4, so I could summon him. Let's do that. Okay. Now we're going to make our Ixie monster one more time. As you can see, sometimes I can get this guy, but he's just really not worth it. Unless I can use him to get, since he can turn into a tuner, unless I can use him to get the Blackwing Armor Master. Which, let me see in my graveyard, is anybody? Alright, he could turn himself into level 4. Now, we would need 6 more levels to get him, so he won't work right now. So I'll just go with my standard combo line. I want to keep a Blackwing on the field so I can actually special summon more Blackwings. We will detach a material and get a Blackwing to our hand. I'll grab Bora the Spear. And we can even kickstart more combos like crazy. I don't have to do a lot of this stuff, but I'm gonna show you like everything that I could possibly do. So one thing is I can use his ability, send this Blackwing back to my hand, and summon him. You might be familiar with some of this stuff. All right, I'll lose some life points, but now I can use his ability to be special summoned again. All right, so I mean, really, I don't really need, let's see. I'm trying to think like what I would want to do next. There's like so many options. I have a lot of cards here. We'll re-special summon him, I guess. And we'll make a Link monster here. This Blackwing, actually keep a Blackwing on the field always. That's what I try to do. So we'll do this. Okay. He'll let me summon another guy from my deck. We'll just do another Blackwing. Okay, let's see a special summon. So now these are like the two guys I'm kind of testing. This one, his summoning conditions require 2+ monsters, including a winged beast monster. So I can ditch this guy. He has no more use. And also when I special summon a monster using this guy's ability, I cannot use the guy I summoned here. That's why he has a cross right here for a Link summon. So I'll have to use this guy right here. So we'll keep this guy here. And we will summon him using our Raidraptor as 2 materials and him. Now, one of the reasons I'm still in testing with him is because once I use this Phantom guy to get this guy, I really don't like that he stays up here. I want to find a way to destroy him, but his effect is you cannot be used as Link material. So I can't Link summon him away or anything. He just kind of sits there. So I need to find a way to destroy him. So I want to use his ability. If you remember, I destroyed the monster that was here earlier using his ability to summon this guy. If I can find a different way to destroy this guy, I can use his ability to destroy himself. There's that. Let's see, we got some graveyard effects. I'm not going to use this guy right now. But 1, 2, 3. That's pretty much everything that we can do right now. I'm out of the level 4 Ixie monster, so I'm trying to learn how to preserve it because I only have 3 of them. As you can see, I burned through almost the entire extra deck. I wish I could find a way to summon this guy right here. So let me see. If I do 4, 9, 10. Yeah, we can special summon him. Okay, perfect. We can get Blackwing Armor Master. Let's do it. Boom. Oh no, that's 9. Damn it. I thought it was 10. Oh well, shit. I guess we'll just summon this guy. Get rid of this guy because he's like restricted and I can't use him for Link summons. This one really doesn't. I could change the battle position of a monster if I used him as synchro, so I'll change this one. Okay. Want to do this yet? Okay, so yeah, he has no effect because I have no monsters in my hand. 5, 9. I need a level 1 or something to. So pretty much I only have one way of summoning him, and it's with this little bird, this yellow bird right here, and a level 2 monster that I just haven't drawn yet. I can only get him if I get lucky and get Black Whirlwind, or I get another one of my Blackwings in my deck. So unfortunately, none of those cards came up, so I didn't get them. So let's see, any other effects? No. Okay, so I can go in for the kill right now. What I would do is I detach a monster from him, and now the opponent can no longer use any cards effects at all. So that lets us push for lethal damage. That guy would be more useful in this spot because he has red arrows right here. If he points to monsters, those monsters get effects. So he's kind of useless down there, but at the end phase of every turn, he lets me special summon a winged monster, so he can really help me swarm my field. But yeah, that's it. Let me know what you think. I know it's like kind of a long video, but I wanted to show you all the combos.